This name is the driver.
Yes.
And this name here, this living man breathing, he is the traveler.
Traveler, yeah.
So unless you are being paid to drove the sheep on the Roman roads, because anyone who was making commerce on Roman roads, they had to pay tax. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Those are good roads. But if you're going to travel to see a friend in another town, and there's a beautiful Roman road in between, and you're just traveling, you're not making money, well, then you're traveling and you're not making a profit. Unless it can be proven that you are doing commerce,
Yeah.
you can be taken to court. And if they prove that you are guilty, that you're doing commerce, well, then you will have to pay. But if you're not doing commerce and driving your sheep, then you are traveling. So you have to ask the right questions before you get into contract with the policeman, because the policeman will say many things to get you into contract. Hello, sir. Do you realize you were driving over the limit? Well, see, if you answer to that, you're in trouble.
Yes,
because that's a big contract. That's a very loaded sentence.
He accepts the contract.
Yeah. Firstly, hello, sir. You are the bottom servant, and you're in service in the military. You're belligerent. If you accept that title, then you accept what he asks. Do you realize, another suggestion to come into contract now, that you were driving commercially,
yeah,
over the limit, and the limit is a code which belongs to the commercial system. It's not applicable to travelers. You see? So you're not being paid. And so you don't answer, because if you answer,
you're swearing, yeah.
if you answer, you are swearing. But if you ask, you are the king. This is why the policeman, who is a representative of the king, the crown, the king wears a crown, he works for the crown, so he must be a constable or one sent forth by the crown, and that's why he's asking questions. He's not answering any of yours. Hello, sir. I stopped you to help you with any questions you have today. How can I help you? Sir, I'm in service to you. So he that swears is swearing against God. Swearing means answering. It's the same word.
Yeah.
And so you have to assume the role as king. Otherwise, because the king has rights, he's the sovereign. Okay, the one swearing, answering, he's a citizenship because he's in service. We've been conscripted through this military martial name. We've been conscripted. And so in court, when you get on the ship and you go into court, you best not be belligerent. And you want to plead guilty to the facts, because if you plead not guilty, they get a lot more business, because they thrive on your not guilty plea, because now you're belligerent. Yeah, so
Mhm.
so in that system, you are already considered to be belligerent. So you plead guilty to the facts. You don't plead not guilty. Many people get into more trouble when they plead not guilty because they are belligerent. Now they are using this name in belligerence, and so the judge has to make a trust, a constructive trust now, because this guy is lost at sea. You see, and they've got a salvage business
Yes.
where they are salvaging people lost at sea. This one is debt to the father, hence they write indulgences from the Inquisition. And these ones are saving you in financial debt. You now are a debtor through the birth certificate bond since 1933. And you are now in debt servitude to, and so all of this makes you a belligerent, a hostile, martial law, maritime law. This makes you a renegade, a infidel, a heretic.
Heretic, yeah. If you're telling against them, you are a heretic or pagan.
Yeah, well, because you've turned your back on Christ, your Christian name, and you're using a corporate crown copyright name now. You've joined these two together. You've become a Mr. Santo, surname Bonacci, service, surety name for their bank bonds. The bank's over here.
Bank bench.
And so, yeah. And so, because you've turned your back on this name, you have no Lord. They are now the Lord, because they are running the God business and the debt to God that we have since from the Garden of Eden. And so they've created these vessels here to administer. Admiralty, administration means receivership, debt, bankruptcy.
Yeah.
Bankruptcy law. And so you have at the very back of everything is ecclesiastical law, Mary, canon law. Here we have common law, because these are common people and what they do commonly and what they do through custom is in their law records. So this is their rights, their land, that's what they practice. Unless they contract with this person, the Crown Copyright corporate person, they don't have to be salvaged. So the ecclesiastical law, that's right at the back. And then there's martial law, Mars, the marble of Rome, the marvel of Rome, the marvel that was Rome. And then on top of that is a financial debt system. So the ecclesiastical system makes you a heretic. The martial makes you belligerent, hostile. The financial layer makes you debt servitude financially. And so you are a debtor, dead, and you have you're using the death ledger, because this is a ledger, credit, debit, debt, creditor, debtor. And this is a ledger. And we've been using this account. And see, this is the fruit of good and evil, of knowledge. This is the tree of life. because this is living. See,
Yeah.
God said, in the day that you eat of the fruit of knowledge, the knowledge of debt, you will positively die. The moment you assume this name and take it up, you die.